Hey, Doug.
Hello.
How are you?
Things are great.
Good,
Thanks.
good. So I've been thinking about a question that I want to ask you that's a little bit controversial.
Oh, controversial.
So forgive me. So the first part is, why iPads at events?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
There's a second part.
It's controversial.
Aren't they a bit overkill for what you're trying to do? Do you want to tackle that for me?
I do.
Okay.
The short answer, they're not overkill.
Okay.
And they're crucial
Okay.
at events. I think there's so many times that attendees are sitting in the room just listening to information and maybe not absorbing it. And I'm a big fan of engagement. Once they're engaging with the information and the content that's going on, I think things really lock in. So if you're talking about adding things like polling or surveys or Q&A, it's just a great way to bring the presentations, directly connect them to the audience.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's really powerful, because I'm just trying to think, without iPads, how do you capture that engagement?
Maybe just Q&A at the end of the presentation, but it's tough otherwise.
But kind of things like following up with a feedback survey, you'd probably send that via email a week after the event. And by that point, is that information accurate?
Right.
Where if you're capturing it and we're pushing it out 5 minutes before close of an event, that's in that moment. That's going to be real-time accuracy in terms of feedback for that event.
Definitely.
I also think, just thinking sort of physically about a space. So if you're at the back of the room at a ballroom and quite far away from the screen, we have the ability with the live slide solution to take that presentation and push it directly onto that iPad. So you've got that kind of immediate experience. You're not having to strain your neck to see the content.
Definitely.
You haven't got a bad seat, for example, in that room.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You're having kind of an individual experience. And then you've got the ability to interact, and it's more of a two-way kind of exchange of information contribution through the QA or feedback survey or polling. So it's not kind of being done to you. It is a truly sort of cohesive experience where you're being asked to take part and share your own thoughts and contribute, instead of maybe a microphone going around the room. You don't have to stand up. You can contribute in a safe space.
Everything.
Yeah.
Allows our clients to control the experience
Absolutely.
at all moments too. So we're able to push up polling questions and control the flow of the event and how it goes. We're kind of talking about attendees absorbing the information. And with different options that we have within the platform, we can do that in a variety of different ways. So if you had a multi-language situation where you needed to translate presentations in multiple languages, we could do that with subtitles right over the top of the live slides.
And if you've got slides maybe in one language, but you need it in English, we can do that as well. I think the thing is, we don't get much of an opportunity to talk to those capabilities because it's very case specific.
Definitely.
But the fact is, I think, for me, it's like, ask us about those things, because the options are endless and we can normally find a solution.
Yes.
I mean, the other thing is about iPads, for example. I was just thinking about the whole kind of dedicated device, for that experience with the content on your lap, in your hands. That's quite unique thing to be able to offer those individuals at an event. And you can just interact with your device. It's just yours. You're not having to share, or it's kind of like that intimate experience.
And controlling the experience for all the attendees is crucial. So the thought is, if somebody pulls out a device, they may be checking their email, or what we're doing is we're able to control the attention span of all the attendees to make sure they're focusing on just the content that the clients want us to see.
That's a really good point, because sometimes you'll say, we don't really want to give another device to our audience because they've already got their phones, or they might have their laptop.
Right.
But it's kind of like, you really are.
Yeah.
You're creating a bit of a noise there by giving them the access to their phones and being able to have emails and checking on things, where there's nothing like everyone using the same device, being engaged in the same way, the same experience. Your engagement levels, you'll see the difference compared to a bring your own device experience.
Right. With them all custom designed and branded, you're reinforcing that messaging over and over every time they use it.
And that your time is valued.
Yes.
We've considered your time, and look, we've given you a strategic tool to enhance that experience with all the content there available at your fingertips.
Exactly.
You're not having to dig around trying to find things.
Exactly.
So I think it's incredibly powerful. So thanks for answering that controversial question.
It's controversial.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Doug.